Vans Warped Tour.
Yes, Vans Warped Tour was really great this
2017.
year. 2017, that's the current year.
July 28th.
July 28th.
It's a Friday.
A Friday. It was a beautiful Friday, actually. You know, for a summer's day, it was like literally the hottest day I've ever experienced in my entire life.
But that was also because we're in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, true. The entire not venue, the little area we were at for Warped Tour, it was so hot because like literally the ground was concrete. There was no grass. Yeah. It was all concrete.
And you were contemplating taking your shoes off. But,
yeah.
You know, I said no because I'm a mom.
Yeah, like literally, I think my feet would have fried like chicken.
So this was my 5th Warped Tour, and this was your
second.
So we were on 2 completely different levels.
True. You were the seasoned veteran, and I was still the young rookie trying to get that pitch out, trying to, do the thing.
Yeah, and then we both showed up.
Didn't expect to see each other.
Yeah, we didn't expect to meet up, but we did as soon as, we both got out of our cars.
Mm-hmm. Literally, you were right there. And I saw your beautiful little hair. I was like, oh! And I knew it was you, because you know it.
Yeah. Wow. So, we both showed up not...
expecting to see each other.
No. We both showed up, not knowing what bands we were going to see. The main band we both wanted to see was Knocked Loose, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And Neck Deep.
They didn't play until 4 o'clock, and then Neck Deep didn't play until 7?
7:30.
Yeah, so...
I miss Neck Deep.
Oh, that's sad.
It is sad.
But, let's talk about from the beginning. Who was the first band you saw?
Well, technically it wasn't really a band, it was a rapper. First of all, I thought it was Mod Sun, but it's actually Sammy Adams, who...
2 completely different people.
No! Okay, one's more about positivity. I feel like he was actually... I was surprised to see this guy because when you go to Warped Tour, you don't expect to hear a rapper. You expect to see a bunch of pop punk hardcore bands. But it was really surprising. It was a breath of fresh air because I remember last year when I went to Warped Tour, the first band I saw was Real Friends. And for my first Vans Warped Tour, and most of the bands I saw, they were all just punk bands. And then going to Warped Tour right off the bat, surprised me with this badass little rapper guy. He was quite crunk. What was the first man you saw?
Okay, so I got there, and then I just chilled out, and I went to the Pavilion Amphitheater area, and I was mapping out my day, and then this band started playing called POETA, and I don't know, I kind of wanted to focus on more of the smaller bands this year, so I was like, well, I have nothing to do. I'm going to go shoot them. And they ended up really surprising me with their sound. They're kind of like a alt-rock, pop-punk mix, but it was pretty good. They kind of gave me that local show vibe.
To skip through the day, speaking of local shows, I'm so used to seeing local bands, hardcore bands, because when there's only 4 or 5 dudes moshing, it's not bad, it's not dangerous, it's just a bunch of crazy kids doing their thing. Fucking Knocked Loose, that was gnarly.
Yeah,
that was really too much. It was crazy. It was off the hook. I saw people with mouthpieces. They were ready. They were ready to fuck people up.
I mean, they have those signs, and it's kind of
Well, okay, so this year I noticed something. They took off the no moshing signs, and it was the sign said crowd surfing was bad.
Yeah, no crowd surfing. If someone falls, pick them up. I think that's
exactly what it said. God, I was really excited to see Knocked Loose, but literally the crowd killed it for me. I was trying to watch the band. There I was, probably 20 feet away from the stage, and then there was a big burly dude coming right at me, and I was like, no.
Yeah, but you also have to
expect
look.
That.
You have to expect it, because if you've seen Knocked Loose in a smaller setting, or if you've seen them in even their music videos or just live videos, it gets pretty crazy. So I don't know. If you were just kind of wanting to stand there, I would have watched from afar. I mean, I was in the photo pit taking pictures of them, and I mean, I was still kind of hearing. I flipped my septum up because I was afraid it was going to get ripped out. So, that's just Knocked Loose. But I thought they did pretty good.
They were amazing live. You know who was a really good band at Warped Tour this year?
Who?
Stacked Like Pancakes.
Ooh. I was so hyped. Okay, so we were walking around, and then we just see, all of these guys with their,
trumpets walking
with
around
their
Warped Tour.
trumpets and, all that good stuff. And we're like, there's a ska band here.
I was
Oh my
surprised.
God. Well, usually there's always got to be like one ska band on Warped Tour.
Yeah.
And I think there was a few this year.
Yeah, there was like 2. Last year was Real Big Fish, which was really tight.
Yeah, legendary.
Legendary.
But yeah, so we saw them and they were walking around with their set time, and I knew I had to go see them. So, and apparently we both watched them at the same time, we were not together.
No, they surprised me because I saw this fruity little band walking the stage. I was like, why are these guys dressed up in like neon clothing?
Yeah, I think the vocalist like literally called himself
Human highlighter.
Like, yeah, a pack of highlighters. Yeah.
And from out of blue, there was a Blink-182 cover, and boom, I was like, that's Damn It. And I was like, we gotta go. I didn't know who these guys were, but I knew they had a good taste in music because they did a great cover. It was phenomenal.
They did a lot of covers, which I think was really good because when you're a band that no one really knows,
you gotta hit them with them classics.
Yeah, you gotta hit them with the classics. That way they get hip to your sound,
Yeah, you know what pissed me off? How he played the intro to All Stars by fucking
I was so excited. Like, I was getting my phone ready because I wanted to record it. I was
Me
like,
too.
ooh, this is gonna be epic. And then they so they started the intro, and then
somebody, and
then they went into their song, and I was like, oh, you could have done both.
Dude, they killed me. I was really excited to just start like moshing to All Star. Then they just took the breath out of me.
Did you see whenever he got in the crowd?
Yeah, it looked like...
And then he was like trying to get out of the crowd to get back on the stage. The stage is too tall.
Dude, that thing was like 20 feet tall.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think the security guards had to help get him up. So
poor guy. Poor guy. He was like, literally said, I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to get up here now.
Yeah.
Who was the next band you saw after that?
Let's see. I went and saw... I have a list here. Oh, I went and saw Bad Cop, and they're, like, kind of this, like, all-women, like, punk band.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I went out of my way to go see them because I saw somebody post about them on Instagram and how, like, they never felt more connected with the band. And so I was like, ooh, I gotta go see this.
Relatable.
So,
Hashtag relatable.
They started playing, and honestly, their sound was, I don't know, like... original punk is supposed to sound.
Yeah, they were the closest thing to an actual punk band at Warped Tour.
Yeah, and I don't know, just the fact that it was like an all-female group kind of just made it even better. Because, I don't know, we need more females in the music industry.
You know, for the first time in my entire life, I saw Trophy Eyes. And it really sucks because their music's really good and I wanted to sing along, but I didn't know any of their songs. Everyone around me, all my friends who were with me at Warped Tour, they all knew the words to all their songs. And there's me just standing there, just like smiling, going along with it.
Yeah.
Did you see Trophy Eyes?
I saw Trophy Eyes. I went to go take pictures of them, and then my camera stopped working because it was literally so hot outside.
That's crazy.
So I was like, okay, well, I really like these guys, but I think I'm going to go sit in the shade to let my camera cool off because I was worried about it.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, it was like locking up and just wasn't working. And I'm like, okay, well.
That Texas heat for you.
Yeah, I'm not going to ruin my camera gear to get some photos. I got a few, though, so.
You were lucky enough to see Neck Deep. Like, me and my girlfriend, we were not ready to stand there for an extra 2 hours waiting for this band. I wanted to see Bowling for Soup. I didn't even see Bowling for Soup. That was a big Debbie Downer, actually.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about going to see them, but it was literally so hot outside. I was like, I'm just going to stay under the shade and just hang out here until, like, Attila plays. And then...
Damn it! That's another band I missed!
Yeah, so, like, Attila and then TILLIE and Neck Deep were all kind of playing around the same time.
Ooh.
So... like, what I did, I was running around, like, in this triangle.
Like a
just,
chicken
like,
with
going to
off.
see each of them, like, back and forth. So, like, I started out at Attila, and then, so, yeah, they were doing their thing and being cool. And then, like, off in the distance, I could hear TILLIE starting to play. And I really wanted to see TILLIE because she's, like, new in the music scene, and she does, like, kind of, she calls herself, like, anti-pop, and it's, like, male-approved. Yeah,
male approved.
I don't know. I really like her style, and I don't know. She's cute. So I went and saw Attila, and then I was like, okay, this is cool because I've seen them before.
Yeah.
And then I went and saw TILLIE, and then I kind of hung out there until Neck Deep played, and then I watched Neck Deep play 2 songs, and then I went back to TILLIE because I was like, ooh, she's so good. Like I need to see more of her. So that's what I did. That's how I ended my day off.
What kind of merch did you get?
I bought a Knock to Loose shirt, and I wanted to buy some more merch, but,
Card not decline also.
oh my gosh, no. No, I was like, I gotta limit myself, because I had this, like, small backpack, but I bought a Knock to Loose shirt, and it was, like, their white t-shirt.
Dude, that's literally the shirt that I wanted, and it makes me so sad that they say you can buy stuff online, but you're never gonna get that shirt from Warped Tour that year.
Yeah, there's a difference between, like, buying merch online and then, like, getting it from the band itself in person. Top tips for Warped Tour. Stay hydrated.
Lube up with lots of sunscreen.
Oh my gosh, bring all the sunscreen. I had some kids laughing at me because, like, I was constantly, like, putting on sunscreen, and I even brought Icy Hot with me because...
I still don't get
like,
that one.
Okay, well, your body gets sore at Warped Tour. You're doing all this walking around from, like, jamming out and everything, And, like, my body hurts. And, like, I want to keep...
so old.
Like, I want to keep going throughout the whole day. Like, it goes from, like, 11 to 8 o'clock at night. So, like... I don't want to be sore in the middle of the day, so you got to put on that Icy Hot, and you feel, like, refreshed and ready to go.
You're an old lady.
That's okay.
Bring big-ass jugs of water. Not jugs, but, like, a nice little water bottle that can easily be refilled, because it's very necessary. You don't want to keep on buying bottles of water, wasting your moolah. If you're anything like me, you're broke as hell.
Yeah, the rule is, like, you can bring a bottle of water, just make sure it's sealed.
Yeah, exactly.
And then... just bring that and then refill it.
Bring lots of money. I know that's what we covered on earlier, but it's very necessary because you're gonna be in that heat. You're gonna be jumping around, boogieing, doing your thing, but you're gonna be extremely hungry. It builds up a mighty hunger.
Yeah, and that festival food is expensive.
It is like $12 for a hot dog.
You can also bring snacks too, depending on the venue. I definitely packed some goldfish and some like banana chips. So
fancy.
Yeah, it was a nice snack.
Most of the time at Warped Tour, you gotta find a spot where you can this is gonna be my sit down spot, and
if you're going in a group, sorry to interrupt.
Oh.
If you're going, this just reminded me. If you're going in a group, make sure you have a meetup spot. If you guys split up, because your phones will die, and you need to have a spot to meet up at.
True. I can't believe I missed Dance Gavin again. So did you go see them?
I watched the beginning of their set, but then my camera started to not work
again
because it was too hot outside. So I had to go be responsible and take care of that.
What would you consider?
But Tillian was like getting his groove on.
What would you consider like a tip for photographers when it comes to Warped Tour?
Photographers at Warped Tour, bring extra batteries because you don't know if you're going to be able to find an outlet. And you always want to have those batteries. Bring lens cleaning wipes because that sunscreen mist is flying everywhere, and you also have bands that like to spray water at the crowd, so bring some lens cleaning wipes. Bring Icy Hot because your camera bring the Icy Hot because your camera gear is heavy and it hurts to hold it all day long. So I'm just trying to save you from future injuries.
You know, I really regret not seeing Attila either. It was like, okay, you saw Knocked Loose, and how crazy they were. Was people just as crazy for Attila?
Yeah, okay, so I was waiting in the photo pit for Attila to come out, and then the security guards, they, like, bundled up and I guess had, like, a little meeting before their set, and then, like, the head security guard was, like, telling them where to stand and, like, how close they needed to be to the barricade to catch the crowd surfers. And then, like, as soon as the music started, I just hear, like, the head security guard, he's like, "Get in your places, boys!" So, like, I was like, oh, no, something is about to go down. And, yeah, as soon as the music started, like, people just started flying over. So what were your thoughts? Okay, give me a rating on your 2017 Vans Warped Tour experience.
Ooh. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would I rate this year's Warped Tour? Honestly, for the lack of bands that I really wanted to see, I'd probably get an 8. When it comes to Warped Tour, it's not about the bands. I mean, it is about the bands. As much as it is about the bands, it's really about the experience. A lot of these bands that I never really heard of really surprised me. Bands like Stacked Like Pancakes, Trophy Eyes, they stole my heart, and I never expected my heart to be stolen. What would you rate it?
I think I would probably rate Warped Tour this year. Probably, 7 out of 10.
Oh.
Mostly because, I mean, I liked the experience, but I wasn't too informed on a lot of the bands there, but it was still a good time.
Yeah.
And, Bands Warped Tour.
2017. My name is Steven Garcia.
And I'm Hope Alvarez.
Awesome. See you at Warped Tour next year.